Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Bang MMA. Back with another video. Hated that. UFC 328 is this weekend. It's in New Jersey, kind of a mid-state. I'll be honest, don't really love it. Which was in Miami, maybe Vegas, maybe not. I don't know. Just fuck Jersey. But let's just get it started. Overall, it's a really good card. Good prelims, good main event. Obviously, we'll get to that later. But the main event. There's a lot of beef between Khamzat and Sean Strickland's teams overall. There's past history. There's racial slurs involved, which is awesome. So, yeah, it's just great overall. Haven't been this excited for a main event, like beef-wise and stylistically-wise, in a while, man. Like, besides, like, personal bias, I mean, maybe ever. I cannot wait for this fight. But, yeah, we'll get into that later. To start off, we got... first fight in the early prelims, we have Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. I think overall, Jose Ochoa is just a little bit better. I think he's 2-2 in the UFC. Lost to Lorne Kavanaugh, who just had an incredible win over Brandon Moreno, and then Asu Alabilev, how the fuck you say his name. But I just think he's better than Clayton Carpenter on the ground. I think he's also fought a little bit better competition, and but Clayton Carpenter can definitely get this one done. He can finish you basically everywhere. He's got a nice submission game, but also has some power in his hands, and if he connects, it can really cause some damage. I will be going Ochoa by decision here. I think it's going to be 30-27. I just think hopefully I think he's going to be able to piece him up, but also mixing the takedowns, and I just think it's going to be pretty easy for him, to be honest. Next fight, we got Khamzat's little jester, Bang Serkayev versus Jordan Santos. Yeah, so they just gave this guy a free win. Jordan Santos is awful. Let's just cut to the chase. That's why the odds are why they are. If Santos wins, there's probably going to be a shooting in the arena from Khamzat's team and all the Russians involved. Yeah, I just think plot armor wise, I think that Bang Sur is going to win this one pretty easily. He's getting a little cocky recently. He gets a little cocky around in these fights, and so I mean, if Santos hits him clean, I think it'd be hilarious. But I do not think that's going to happen. We're gonna go Bang Sur by decision again here. I think it's gonna be 30-27. Yeah, nothing too sexy here. Next fight, we got Pat Zapatini versus William Gomez. Two skinny guys at 145. Since 2022, I think Zabati has only lost to Diego Lopez, who obviously is a top 5 featherweight in the world. Fought Volk twice for the title. Lost both times, but, obviously he's very talented. And Sabini also got a great submission game. And but Gomez definitely could get it done here. I think he's also very talented, and I think that there's a world where he can fluke maybe a decision and maybe win a round or two. So this one's kind of up in the air for me, but I do think we will see another decision here. Official prediction is going to be Zabatini 29-28. I do think Gomez gets a round, but I don't think it's going to be very close. Round 3. Next fight, we got Roman Kopylov versus... Shit, has my mouse been in the whole time? God, that's awful. All right. Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. Roman Kopylov kind of stinks now. He's had some good wins in his past, but he's on a 2-fight skid against Paulo Costa and Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez. He hasn't done shit in either of those fights. I'll be honest. He just looks flat. So definitely not picking Roman. Definitely not picking Roman here. But Tulio is not that. I'm not too high on Tulio either. I don't know. Tulios is really a knockout artist. He only loses by KO or he wins by KO. And I don't. Kopylov doesn't really have any weapons. That scares me and that makes me think he's gonna knock out Tulio. Besides maybe a head kick. I think bedtime said he might see called a Leon Edwards head kick. I mean, that actually might happen. I think it's a good take. But it may be fluke. But I'm definitely going Tulio here. Unfortunately, by another decision. I literally think we're going to get all decisions in the early prelims. God, why is my mouth so big? Oh, whatever. All right. We got Onks versus Onks. Jim Miller, 45 years old, versus Jared Gordon. Same guy who beat Paddy Pimblett, but got fluked of a robbery. Tough luck, but yeah. I just think that I think Jared Gordon sucks also. Just going to put it out there. Jim Miller definitely has more finishing potential. And I think he could get a submission here. I mean, I don't see much happening. I think Jim Miller could just get his back and just win this pretty easily. I don't like Jared Gordon. I don't know why he's minus 280. I kind of hate that. I think he stinks. Who's he beat recently? If anybody. Yeah, just kill me. No. Thiago Moises is all right. I mean, this is just... Dude, fuck that. No, we're disrespecting Jim Miller. We're disrespecting a legend of the game. Fuck. Legend of the game is being disrespected live. That's unbelievable. We're going Jim Miller here. Fish prediction, Jim Miller by round 2 submission. We're getting a finish here, fellas. Come on. Let's see. All right, next up we got Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rebecki. 1,000% we're getting a finish here. Not because of Grant Dawson, by the way. Don't like him either. But because of Mateusz Rebecki. Obviously, Grant Dawson's one of the best grapplers in lightweight. And he can really grapple with anybody in the division. Clinch and on the ground. But I think Rebecki's pressure is just going to be a little much for him. I think Grant Dawson tends to panic in times like that. And when he's just constantly getting punched at and thrown at, I think he's just kind of... He's not the best under pressure, and I think Rebecki's one of the best fighters in the world when it comes to pressure. So I'm going Rebecki. I think he's going to create a little chaos. Maybe mix it up a little bit. Probably not, though. But, I just think he's gonna cause chaos and make it hard for Grant Dawson to really get his rhythm and get his clinch and ground game going. So Rebecki, I'm going round 2 KO. But yeah, I'm expecting a pretty interesting fight here overall. But yeah, let's fucking go. Next fight, one of my I don't know, I'm really looking forward to this one. To be honest, just a very interesting matchup stylistically. I think Alvarez is obviously my fucking mouse. One of the most entertaining fighters on the planet. I think striking wise, he's up there with the best. I think he's dangerous everywhere. His knees, elbows, obviously his boxing is great. And then on the other side, you got Yaroslav Amos, from Ukraine. He's cool. He's a good wrestler. I think if he can survive the early pressure, I guess, from Alvarez, then he can definitely win this one late by decision. But Alvarez also is very good in his back. So if Amoslav gets a takedown on a double leg, Alvarez could definitely do some damage with his elbows and make it pretty interesting for him. But yeah, I do think... fuck that. We're going Alvarez. We're going Alvarez by decision. I think he's going to cut him up nicely on his dome. Maybe some blood out of the skull. That's my prediction. Alvarez by decision, baby. All right, next fight. I have never been so confident in my life. Atiba Gauthier, the African warrior. He could probably take down a lion with his bare hands, and I'm picking a guy like that 10 times out of 10 over a white guy who's maybe got a little bit Mexican in him from the United States. Yeah, I'm not really... Didn't really think about this one a lot. The odds are like that for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. Obviously, Gauthier, incredible prospect at 185. His He's got concrete for hands. He's got that plumber strength, and I honestly think that if he touches him, he's out. Gautier did look human in his last fight, though. I think it was decision, but it just, like, he didn't look great. He looked like an average guy, an average Joe. But I think this fight, he turns it up a little bit, and I think he gets him in round 1. I do. I don't think Ozzy Diaz is anything special at the 185 division, and I just don't see really a way where Ozzy Diaz can get anything going at all. At all. But that's going to top off the prelims. Hold on, let me make sure I'm still filming. All right. Yeah, King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. I don't know. Cool fight, I guess. I don't know. That's whatever. Stephens obviously is still, I don't know. He's got good power, right? That's really the only thing anybody can remember about him is that he's got decent power. I'm the hardest hitting 145er. Fuck you. But he's also a straight up punching bag. I think Bobby Green's going to have his way with Jeremy Stephens, and that's just saying something. They're both like 48. Cool fight, though, huh? Stylistically, it's very nice. I think it's going to be on the feet almost the whole time. I think Green, like I said, Stephens is going to be a punching bag, so if Green can just keep the pressure up and, not be an idiot and not stick his chin out like a duck, I think that he's going to win this one pretty comfortably because Jeremy Stephens, like I said, he actually is pretty powerful, all jokes aside. He's got good hands, but he's old and he's slow and he's got nothing else going for him. So give me King Green here. We're going knockout round 2. I think he's gonna touch him early in the round, and then he's gonna fucking go to town on Jeremy. And I just think I don't think he's gonna be able to handle the pressure like that. Good fight though. Looking forward to that one for sure. Next fight is Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. If you watched any of their last fights, they are awful. They look terrible. Sean Brady got killed by Morales. Morales beat him in like 2 minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. I think I had a $100 parlay that rode on Sean Brady, and he sold everything. I guess bad bet by me, but whatever. And then Joaquin Buckley got dominated by a guy with no knees. Kamaru Usman did whatever he wanted to him. Obviously, Kamaru Usman's a good fighter. And he literally fought Khamzat, and it should have been a draw, but it's just, he's like 48, dude. He's like 45, like genuinely. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think Buckley's takedown offense is awful, and if Sean Brady can for sure get the back and clinch him up real nice, I think he's going to win this one by decision. But Sean Brady does have good striking too. It's not just they both these fighters got good striking. I think Sean Brady's better overall, all around wise. I think he's just in UFC he'd be a 4.5 star, and Joaquin would be a 4-star. It's one of those things. And I'm going Sean Brady. I kind of think Joaquin Buckley's kind of dog shit. He beat Wonderboy Thompson, who's like 45, which is a common theme. And then, you got a little spinning kick KO, which was cool, I guess. If you had a spinning kick KO on Sean Brady, if I have money on Sean Brady, I'll probably kill myself. Next fight, Volkov versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Volkov is 7'4". So obviously he's going to have the massive reach advantage and also, honestly, cardio advantage because he's not a slob like the other heavyweights. He's not a fucking pig. But Waldo's a lot faster, though, which is a problem. I don't know. But Volkov is very good. He's got a submission game as well. And I think if Volkov is smart and keeps his cardio up and sets up the jab and keeps his range like he should, because he's 7'4" and is a giant, then this fight could be this could definitely be a decision for Volkov. I think Acosta's looked very good recently. But I think if this goes to decision, which I think it will, I don't think there's a single world where Volkov loses this unless it's a fluke like Cyril Gane versus Volkov at UFC 308. Unless it's like that, some bullshit like that, and it's a decision, Volkov ain't losing. But Waldo, of course, Waldo Cortes-Acosta could definitely hit that big chin of Volkov's in the first and second round and knock him clean. So I will go Volkov by decision here. But overall, I'm actually pretty excited for this fight. I think it's another good fight stylistically, which a lot of these fights are on this card. You're not really having a bunch of wrestler versus wrestler and, boring shit like that. But this is a good fight, and I'm excited for this one. All right. Joshua Van, co-main event, flyweight title on the line. Champion Joshua Van, fake champion, Pantoja's better, fuck you. Versus third-ranked Tatsuro Taira. Great fight, just off the bat. Van's maybe the best boxer in this division. But Taira's defense is just so clean. Tatsuro Taira's boxing is just his defense against strikes is just so good. His takedown defense is amazing. He's not gonna have to use that this fight because Van's gonna want to keep it on the feet. But yeah, and then people might say, "Oh, Taira lost to Brandon Royval and Joshua Van just beat him." Shut up. Brandon Royval is very good. Let's just cut that right now. Royval beat Taira just strictly off of volume. He just threw so many strikes that some landed, some didn't. I don't think his percentages was that good. But he also did a good job at keeping the fight on the feet. And if Van can do that while also implementing the same game plan as Royval, then Van could have some success here. I think Van's takedown defense is literally going to have to be perfect. I think Taira can get it done if it gets on the ground and he does a single leg or a double leg and it's on the ground, I think Taira could finish him by any submission he wants. I don't think Van is that good on the ground. But if Joshua Van gets this done, I think that would be pretty good for the division. But I think Dana White might have found his golden boy if this works out. I do have Tatsuro Taira winning round 4 submission. I just think it's going to be a little much. And I like Taira. Taira's great. So is Van, though. So it's going to be hard to root against one of these guys. But I'm just happy one of them is going to be champion. Maybe not Van, actually. Yeah, whatever. I don't really like him that much. All right, W. Main event time. Oh, shit. Wrong way. Please tell me you can see that. Okay. Khamzat Chimaev versus Strickland. Like I said before, this beef has been absolutely crazy the past couple of days. Or past month, to be honest. The lore behind these guys is just great. Obviously, they have history training together. Strickland said he's won a couple times. Khamzat denies it. There's a bunch of racial slurs going back and forth, which is awesome. Love a fight with racial slurs in it. I think they should do that more often. I think that it's good for the sport and it's good for the press conferences. But yeah, fighting wise, just like Van, Strickland's takedown offense is gonna have to be flawless. Khamzat is maybe the most aggressive wrestler we've ever seen, and he's one of the best we've ever seen. I mean, you look through all of Khamzat's fights, he's really gotten control quick. Kevin Holland versus Khamzat. Kevin Holland goes to shake his fucking hand. Khamzat takes him down and then Robert Whittaker, Khamzat caves his teeth in, and just tough overall, tough watch for me and everybody else. Basically I hate Khamzat. That's basically it, and I really hope he loses. But overall, I don't think this is going to be a DDP Khamzat scenario. I don't think it's going to be a 50-45 at all. At all. Maybe there might be a finish, but no matter what happens after this fight, I think there's going to be 20 people in that ring that aren't supposed to be in there, basically, is what I'm saying. It's going to be pretty funny. I actually really can't wait to see the outcome of this fight. If Sean Strickland wins, I don't know. I don't know. But if Khamzat wins, I'll probably kill myself, which would be tough. But back to the fight. Strickland can win if he outgasses Khamzat, or if Khamzat gasses out before him. Strickland's cardio was obviously better. Khamzat has gotten a little tired in his fights. You go back to Gilbert Burns. He was a little tired in round 3, I think, maybe. I think it was round 3. But I don't know, man. If Strickland's able to do that and then win some rounds, win 4 and 5, and then maybe have a round between 1 and 3 where it's kind of convincing that he wins, we definitely could be looking at an new champion here. If Strickland wins, I don't know what's next for the division, but if Khamzat wins, I know what's next, and they got to cut this division out and just cut Khamzat. I'm not ready for another year of no middleweight title defense, which is retarded, because there's a lot of guys in line. But yeah, I'm here for this fight. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be a banger main event. Even if Khamzat just sits on the entire round, it's gonna be hilarious. Like between rounds and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be great. Oh my god. But the official prediction for this fight is it's gonna be Khamzat 49-46. I don't think he's gonna submit Strickland, but I think Strickland wins round 4 and maybe 5, just based off of Khamzat getting tired. But I do not think Sean's going to finish him. I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight. But if there is, and Khamzat gets Sean Strickland in a choke, I think Herb Dean might have to shoot Khamzat in the head to get him off. So yeah, here we go. It's going to be tough. It's gonna be great. But just money line. We're gonna split these go. We got Ochoa, we got Banksicor, we got Pat Sabatoni, we got Marco Tulio, we got Jim Miller, upset dog of the week. Then we got Rebecca, another underdog. Dan, another underdog. No. I'm going on Muslov. Atiba Gautier, yeah, easy. We got King Green. We got Sean Brady. We got Alexander Volkov. Tatsuro Taira. And Khamzat Chimaev. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Reaction video probably coming tomorrow. Hopefully I can just, post more and shit like that. But thank y'all for watching. It's been a pleasure. Good night.